to my channel. Just keep swimming 1111. I hope you guys are doing good today. You guys ready to get into the air sign element? This is going to be an elemental reading, so the air signs are all included collectively. However, at the end of this reading, I'll be doing an extended reading, and I will get into each of the signs individually: Gemini, Libra, and Aquarius. If you want to know more about that, you can go to jks1111.com and subscribe. But we're going to get into a general air. Okay, so if you or someone you love is an air sign, welcome. And if you're cross-watching, welcome. Spirit, please guide and direct me. What's happening with the air signs? What deck should I use? I definitely feel called to use the Mystic Moon Twin Flame Journey Tarot. I'm going to be using the Island Time Wellness deck also. I also feel called to pull the Epiphany deck. And, I think the Moonology card also. Hi guys. Hey markers. Hey everybody. All right. Spirit, please guide and direct me for the air signs, Gemini, Libra, and Aquarius. Give me the information I need to know about them. Okay. Gemini, Libra, and Aquarius. Air sign element collective. Okay. Bottom of the deck here, overall underall energy is girl with a snake. An empath and narcissist paradigm. Being charmed or used. Enabling boundaries. Interesting. Enabling boundaries. They're creating boundaries. Air signs are creating boundaries with a narcissist. And if you're cross-watching, it's quite possible, you know, that would be you putting some boundaries on the air sign. But there's boundaries that are needed for Gemini, Libra, or Aquarius. Are you guys feeling like overall, underall, your boundaries are being tested? People are pushing your buttons. You can't take it much more. You're really having the feeling of, I don't know how much more I can stomach or take before I kind of explode, or you just feel like you're going to burst because you're just being kind of bulldozed. Feels like you're being bulldozed. Yeah, bottom line, bottom of the deck here, powerless. The power struggle is real. So obviously you're having a hard time feeling powerless. No wonder you're being bulldozed. You feel like you have no control over someone and some situation. You're just like, what the heck? What can I do? I try to talk about it, and it kind of gets you more in trouble. You try to do something about it, and it creates more problems. So you're just like, what can I do? Literally, like, I don't really have control over this situation. But why do you feel you don't have control over a situation? What is this? Is this a marriage? Is this a work relationship? We don't know. We're going to have to see. Spirit, please clarify these energies for the air signs, Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. Please clarify the energies here in pile number 1. Show me more. Okay, for the Gemini, I feel like you feel powerless about something in the past. There's something you can't change, Gemini, and you really wish you could, but you've made a decision in the past that affects you today. You really don't have control. It's already been done. It's a done deal. And so I feel like there's not a whole lot you can do about it at this time, and you know that, and that's why you're feeling pressure. For the Libra energy, I definitely feel like you're going through a present situation where it's in your face right now and you have a choice. You can do something about it. You have something in your power and you're not seeing it, or you don't want to utilize that power right now, okay? And for Aquarius, it's kind of the same thing. I feel like you are also feeling powerless in a current situation, and there is something you can do about it. However, it's very weird that Gemini doesn't really get that vibe for me. Bottom of the deck, the overall underall energy for the air signs is the number 3 in the major arcana, wonderful, beautiful, divine feminine, Empress. So you're growing. Okay, Vivian Marie, thank you so much for the $19.99, and what a beautiful name. Thank you for that beautiful super chat. You guys, as an air sign, you guys are going through a major, how do you say, preparation process. You're creating something and it will be better. This is going to grow. You're going to be blessed. There's going to be abundance in your life. Money is coming your way. Wealth, health, beauty, bounty, good things are coming your way. It's not here yet, but I think because you've been so kind, or you've really been trying so hard to not rock the boat, but just kind of deal with things. Yeah, you're learning. You need boundaries. So lesson learned. But you're also becoming a much more beautiful person. So you're growing into this beautiful person. Children may also be a part of this, okay? The Empress is usually pregnant, so there could be children involved in this situation. All right. So let's go ahead and flip these over. We have King of Swords, quick wit and intellect. There you go, Libra. There's energy right there, okay? But for the air signs, King of Air, King of Swords, can't go wrong. The next one here is Queen of Cups, intuitive and sensitive. If we're talking about a relationship, I do think there is an air sign and water sign dynamic, okay? So Gemini, Libra, Aquarius, or Pisces, Cancer, Scorpio. There's a dynamic that I'm reading for people in a relationship with those signs. The next card coming out is Page of Wands, excitement and curiosity. This is baby steps into a new direction. I feel excited. I'm going to start making a move. I'm going to start communicating better. I'm going to start expressing myself. I'm going to let it out. I'm going to, somehow get this energy out of me that makes me feel powerless. So someone is speaking up in the air sign home, okay? The next card you have is a healing heart. You're healing from heartbreak. You're getting freedom from a toxic relationship or even an addiction, okay? Thank God. So you are getting over it. Like, you're like, I know that I have control over my life. And if I'm allowing someone to be toxic, maybe even narcissistic with me, I better do something about it and create some healthy boundaries. Clarifying that is fairy tales do exist, maybe just not in this situation. But you can have your happily ever after. Once you have spoken up, done some healing work, and created some boundaries. There's nothing wrong with not having a happily ever after. You want that, and you're well on your way to getting it, okay? The next card here is the Sword and the Rose. Clarity, truth, revelation, solidarity, force, honor, protection, and power. You're getting it back. You're like, my emotions are ruling me right now, and I'm not going to let them do that, okay? I'm not going to let my emotions send me into, a tizzy. I'm not going to sit here and freak out about something I can't change. For one, that's stupid, and you're like, I'm not going to do that anymore. And also, you're creating boundaries because you don't like being pushed around by this narc or by this pushy, difficult person who's trying to control you. And you know that love comes with boundaries. I love you, but there's going to be freaking boundaries. I hope you can honor that. Hey there, Predator. The next one is no more bad decisions. Yeah, just what I'm saying. Like, you're not going to be bulldozed anymore. No more stupid decisions or bad decisions. Excuse me? That was my choice, right? That was my choice. I made the choice. I got in the car. I did something stupid. I got with this person. I moved in with these people. I married this person. whatever it is, I had these children with this man or this woman. That was my choice. I'm not going to make any more bad decisions, but at the same time, I'm not going to continue to relive the nightmare. The next card is the Golden Mirror. Self-absorbed, narcissist, one-sided relationship, and love bombing. Guys, a lot of you are dealing with a narc. I hate to say it, but you've got narcissist 2 times. Okay? 2 times. And you're healing from a heartbreak, you're leaving a toxic relationship, or you're getting freedom from it in some way. Do I feel like you're dealing with a narcissist? Yeah, look what's under this card. Heartbroken, deeply hurt, sad, separation, breakup, feeling lost, grieving, and mourning. Okay? And underneath that is I'm not enough. You don't feel like you're enough for this person. Frustrated in this relationship, lack of confidence, self-sabotage, fear, and ego issues. Under that is the Coffin. Okay, rest in peace. All right? What can we do? This has got to end. Guys, I don't normally go into narcissism or narcs and this and that, you know, because it's too easily said, and nowadays psychologists say everyone's a narc with Facebook and social media and whatnot. And I'm sure everyone has narcissistic tendencies. We all have a tendency to be selfish. However, you do meet those people that it's just all about them. It's just all about them, period. It is one-sided. It is a self-absorbed person that just can't seem to see past their reflection. They just can't. That's where the term narcissist came from Narcissus. And it was a Greek story. But yeah, he would look at himself in the mirror so much, he couldn't bear to look away from it. You know, Narcissus, whatever his name was, you know? He had to stare at himself all day. He was totally absorbed. He didn't want to see anybody else, not even a lover. He was just like, look at me, look at me, look at me, look at me. And some people are totally like that. And it looks like for the air signs, you're dealing with someone like that. And you're smarter than that, King of Swords, which are my air signs. You know better than to be with this selfish person. And if you're cross-watching and you feel like your air sign is the narc, then you know what you're dealing with and you know what you're up against. Your emotions, your intuition is telling you the truth, telling you that you need to get clear. And your intuition is giving you revelations about who this person really is, and that they're stealing your power away, and that you're the one allowing them to do it. Sorry, but that's what's in this reading. I'm allowing it. I chose them. I'm with them. I'm in this with them. I'm allowing this. Or I'm not saying anything, and I'm letting them get away with it. Let's get the last card here. Resurrection. This ain't dead. Okay, so maybe this isn't... Sorry, lost you guys there. Mercury retrograde. Shit happens. We're not out of it yet. We still have a couple more weeks. Even after the 18th when it ends, we're still going to have the tail end of it. So hang in there. Anyways, I pulled the resurrection card. It looks like maybe not all hope is lost. Okay? There is something you can do about it. So maybe we're not dealing with a true, genuine diagnosis of a true narcissist like a serial killer or a psycho. Or some just weird wacko, you know what I mean? Maybe it's not that. Maybe it's you are dealing with someone that has major narcissistic tendencies. And they just haven't had the wake-up call yet. All right? Someone here needs a wake-up call. However, if someone did resonate with my earlier reading, and you're dealing with a narc, like serious, like psycho, okay, that really doesn't have any emotions or empathy, no sympathy, no understanding. If you're dealing with someone that is as cold as ice, and there's just, you know, they're just a flat-out narc, there's nothing you can do with them because they are diagnosed and they have a real issue. Okay, Michael Myers fucking issue. If you're fucking a Michael Myers, no more bad decisions, little empath. Knock it off. Get the fuck out, okay? I'm for real. It's Halloween time, honey. If you're fucking Michael Myers, you already have issues, okay? You the one that's got the issues. Moving on. Moving on. So for those of you that want an out, you got out. Get out. You don't need to see the rest of the reading. For everyone else that is dealing with someone that has narcissistic tendencies, there is some real, true, genuine efforts that can be made to fix your situation. One is to grow in love, okay, and learn. Learn how to communicate, because under that is Page of Pentacles. You literally have to make steps in your life to make it better. Maybe put a rule board up, maybe put magnets everywhere, maybe have I am affirmations, change your negative vibration, create a better environment, okay? Have an actual conversation with this person. Hey, you know what? I think that it's been all about you lately. I think that you're not really concerned with my part of the situation, and that bothers me, and I'm not going to stick around for it. You know, so you can deal with people like that. I've known a lot of people that you can just talk to them and they get called out on their shit and they're like, wow, I'm sorry. I didn't realize that I was being such a jerk. Under that is 8 of Cups. Yeah, evolving. Because you're going to give them an ultimatum. You're going to be like, look, this shit's going to get knocked off. You're going to get your shit together. You're going to be nice. You're going to be understanding, and you're going to be fair. Hello, Libra, right? Be fair. Okay, because if you're not going to be fair and you don't want to work this out with me, I'm going. I'm on my way out the door. You know, the image of the Page of Wands is usually a young man picking up his stuff, leaving mom behind. He's going on the road, okay? So there is some travel seen here, okay, when you call someone out. And I do think this person may be like, I'm sorry, I want to fix this shit. I don't want to be a selfish, self-absorbed, you know, bad person. Like, I don't want to be that person. I don't think this person wants to be that way with you at all. Tell me the energy of this relationship with my tarot. Show me the energy of this connection. How does this other person who's been selfish really feel about you, air signs, or vice versa if you're cross-watching? But how does this party feel about you? What is their true feelings? Page of Swords. They want to learn. They want to grow. They suck at communication. They didn't realize the big picture, and they're probably young-minded. Okay, this could be a young person. Another page. These are young people, okay? These are people that are just inexperienced with life. They are inexperienced in relationships. And even if this is an older gentleman or woman, they have an inexperience mentally to deal with these kinds of relationships. So they're like, how they really feel is, I didn't know. Because that's kind of this Page of Swords. I didn't know. I didn't know I was coming across that way. I didn't know I made you feel that way. I guess I suck at communication. And believe it or not, for air signs, that's the karma. You're going to deal with miscommunication. Either A, you're going to be a bad communicator, or B, you're going to deal with people with bad communication. Because your karma as an air sign is to work through communication. Bottom of the deck, how they feel, is Knight of Cups. I want to get away from being a stupid page that's just observing and learning and being childish to a knight. I want to take action emotionally to make you feel better. This is an apology. I'm coming in with an apology. I'm sorry. Okay, I'm sorry I made you fucking feel that way. I want to have a happy home. I want to have a happy life. 4 Wands. Okay? Sorry I fucked that up. Bottom of the deck is the Tower in reverse. I don't want a fucking tower. This is an almost fail. Someone almost fucked this up. And that's what we're dealing with, air signs. They were this close to really almost completely fucking this whole situation up. And you're just like, ugh. I'm glad you fixed it, because I was really on my way out the door. And that's the truth. And that's what you're learning as an air sign is, I got to call myself out on my shit too. The reason I'm experiencing this treatment is because I've allowed it. The reason I don't have what I want is because I chose to agree with you, even when I did not feel that that was my honesty. I said yes when I felt like saying no. I agreed when I completely disagreed. So guess what I am? I'm a big fat liar. I'm a big fat liar. I faked it. I'm phony. And that was stupid. And you know it. Air signs. And like I said, this could be reversible. But you're like, it is my own fault. So I see fairness, I see equality, I see compromise, and I see two people willing to work it out by looking at themselves with the golden mirror and just saying, hey, you know what? You really did fuck up, and you hurt me, and you bulldozed me, and you took advantage of me, and you were being a jerk or biatch or whatever, okay? You were being bad. However, the reason it got so out of control and almost led us to a tower off a cliff is because I let it get there. And I never spoke up. So how are you supposed to fix something that I'm not calling you out on, right? Until you finally can't take it anymore and you're ready to just explode with this Page of Wands. It makes sense. It does. Let's get a Moonology card here for the air signs. Whoops. Adjustments are required. Third quarter moon. Yeah, things have to be done about this. This is like, I have to change things. I have to make things better. I have to talk about it. This requires energy from me. I can't just sit back and do nothing. Adjustments are required. And it says here, air signs, be bold and make the first move. And sometimes the first move is just thinking positive and saying, you know what? I don't want to be negative. I want to be positive. I don't want to be in a negative vibration and focus on everything that's wrong in my life. I want to be positive, and I want to focus on all the good things in my life. All the positive things I have in my heart and the people around me, my environment. You know, it's so easy to focus on what we don't have when we're focused on lack. I don't have this, I don't have that, you know, and you start to feel bad because you feel so bad inside. And then you start saying, oh my God, hello, the switch in my head. I have health. I have a love of my life. I have a very wonderful pet. I have a beautiful phone. Well, maybe a phone. I don't know where I was going with that. Maybe you have a great phone. There you go. Be grateful for your phone, okay? I have a great home also was where I was trying to go with that. And there's a lot to be happy about. And so this is a shifting, isn't it? You guys as a couple or whatever's going on as family, friends, coworkers, whatever this is, we're going to shift this fucked up negative vibration about me, and just say, hey, what about us? What about us? Do I love you? Do I fucking love you? Yeah, I fucking love you, man. Okay? I love you, and there's a lot of things I love about you. A lot. Probably more things I love about you than bad. Do I want to share a life with you? Can I see a future with you? Do I want to be in your arms? Do I want this with you? Yes, clearly someone's like, yeah, I do. And I love you so much that I'm willing to change my point of view. I'm willing to make some adjustments so we can have a happy life, not just me. This is a big look at the bigger picture, that this is not just about me. This is about us. And maybe someone here has just been a little selfish, whoever that party is. They're realizing that now, because the only way they're going to realize it is if we actually speak up and talk about it. King of Swords. Sometimes the truth is hard to hear, and sometimes the truth is really, really hard to deliver. Am I right, guys? Sometimes the worst thing, even more than hearing truth, is actually having to just come out and say it to someone, because you don't want to hurt their feelings. You don't want to damage the relationship. You don't want to hurt anybody. And you're like, God, I don't want to say this. I'm going to avoid it. And that just gets you more hurt. You know what I've learned today is communication starts in your heart and in your head. And sometimes your head can get out of control with thoughts. You'll have a list of all these things, right? And that makes you think that you need to act a certain way. But if you act from the heart and you start saying things you don't want to do, I don't want to hurt them. I don't want them to think I'm selfish, or I don't want them to think that I'm weak. I don't want them to think that I'm angry. I don't want them to think that I'm not happy with them. I don't want them to be offended. I don't want them to walk on eggshells. I don't want them to feel bad. So once you start saying all these things you don't want them to feel, your brain says, okay, well, I better scratch that word off the list, and I better scratch that off the list, and maybe I just need to express myself in this way, you know? And maybe that's the way it needs to come across. And sometimes, let's get a simple example. Let's see, what can I say? Okay, here's one. It's just an example. Your friend asks you to borrow your car to go to work. And you're like hesitant. And you've let your friend borrow your car, let's say a couple times. And every time they bring back the car, they don't put any gas in it, they leave trash in the car, and they don't lock the doors, or maybe you have a scratch on the outside or something, okay? The car still works fine, but you're kind of getting the vibe that this person does not take care of your shit. So you're like, now your friend, your best friend, comes to you again. Hey, I really need to borrow your car. I really need to keep this job. I really need it. Can I please borrow your car? But you don't want to say no. And now you've had it. You're ready to blow up. Tower's like almost here. You're like, you can't. No, like that's what you want to say. You want to give them a laundry list of everything they've done wrong with your car, right? But now that you've reflected on yourself and you're like, okay, I don't want to hurt my friend, and I do want a relationship with my friend. Here's how I'm going to approach it. I'm going to think from the heart. I don't want to hurt them. I don't want to ruin the relationship. So you're going to tell your friend, look, friend, I love you, and I definitely want you to keep your job. That's important to me. And I'm happy to give you a ride to work, or I'm happy to call you a cab. But I have a problem loaning you my car because you haven't exactly done what I've asked as far as taking care of it. But I'm willing to trust you again because I love you. And I'm willing to let you use my car again, but here's the condition. If you use my car again, there is boundaries. A, you have to put gas in it. B, you have to take care of it. And C, if you wreck it or something goes wrong, you get in an accident or it gets scratched, are you willing to pay to fix that car? Or are you willing to replace my car? And whatever comes along with it. Because I think at the heart of it, your big worry is your friend's not going to take responsibility. Because you've never brought it up. And you're hoping that your friend treats your car the way you treat it. But you're realizing your friend's not treating your car the way you would treat it. And you haven't brought up how you really feel. But you don't want to hurt them. So the best way is to say, hey, look, this is the condition here. This is the boundary. I love you and I want to share with you. But are you willing to give me what I need if something goes wrong while it's in your hands? Are you willing to pay for that? Are you willing to take responsibility for that? And if your friend thinks about it and they're like, wow, I'm really not in the position to replace your vehicle, and I'm really not in the position to fill it up with gas, or I'm really not in the position to really care for your car the way you want me to care for your car. So you know what? I'm going to retract my question. No, I don't think I want to borrow your car. I think if you could help me with a cab, that would be better. And that would be a problem solver. You're still giving, but you set boundaries and your stuff is protected. Or it could be another way. You could say, sure, you know, your friend could be like, yes, I am willing to replace your vehicle. I am willing to pay for whatever goes wrong. And sure, I will gas it up on the way home. If your friend agrees to all of that, sure, give them another chance. But if they come back and they don't do what you've asked and something happens, and they don't take responsibility, then I think this is where the blow up happens. It's, you've allowed it again and they disrespected you. And kind of what I'm feeling in this reading is, this may not have happened just once. This may have happened 2 or 3 times to where you had an agreement and they disrespected it. So now you're looking at it like, wow, the boundary I set previously didn't work. We had a small conversation, it wasn't honored. Now, here comes the big threat. Maybe I didn't express myself clear enough. If you don't respect me in whatever area you're asking, I am leaving, or this isn't going to work out. We can't have a friendship. We can't have a marriage for some people. We can't be roommates for some people. It's if my boundaries aren't respected, then I have no choice but to call this quits, because I'm not going to sit here and feel powerless forever. That's not how I want to live. That's not where I want to be. So there's several actions that you can take, obviously, in your situation. Like I said earlier, be in a positive vibration. I say things like, I am respected, I am loved, I am treated with dignity, I am in a happy place in my life, I love my home, I love my life, I'm happy in my relationships. Say those affirmations and create a nice environment so that it reciprocates what you're saying. Create comfy places for quiet time. Create a space for book reading. Create a space for taking a bath. Create spaces in your life that make you feel good. Maybe it's a gym, I don't know, but create space. Because not only do you have to think it and say it, you have to live it. Live your best life. That's why I have some t-shirts and stuff that's living my best life. You know, living your best life is that. It's a lot of that. Anyways, we have to read adjustments are required. This is the 3rd moon quarter. Okay. Think of yourself as a vessel, air signs, that has been filled more and more over the past few weeks. Some of what has come your way may have been wonderful, but there is also a lot of negativity that you need to let go of this. Whatever situation it is the air signs are asking about now, be honest about whether there are toxic emotions involved, which you need to release into the ethers. Really ask yourself that. Am I holding on to resentments, grudges, or being slighted? Because that can also contribute to a repetitious cycle of negativity. This card also comes with a promise that not all is lost. Yay! That's why you have resurrection. This ain't dead. Not all is lost. However, there are changes and adjustments required to get where you want to be. A change of course is forecast now, that recent events have been understood and acted upon. There may also be a crisis now which will remind you what you want, what it's time to let go of, and things to pay attention to. I am reevaluating the situation is the message you need to say to yourself. I am reevaluating the situation. Additional meanings of this card, air signs, is that your life may be out of balance at this time and may be causing you some issues because your life is out of balance. You'll know what that is. It may be time to hatch a whole new plan. Second, something new and exciting is around the corner. And third, trust may be required to move this situation forwards. So you need to create trust, and a way to create trust is by respecting boundaries. Then you can start to see people listening and doing what they should and following through. So follow through leads to trust. The teaching of this card is at the time of the third quarter moon, we know where we've been, but where are we going? The moon is now half moon and slipping away from us as she catches less and less light, moving towards her full disappearance at new moon. It's a time of falling away and a time to reevaluate. No matter when you draw this card, the teaching is to release and to trust. Release and trust. Hope you guys are ready for that. Let's get another message here for the air signs.
Big deer. Big. Massive.
A big deer?
Freaking humongous.
What is it? Is it an elk?
I don't know.
Okay, I'll be right back, guys.
No,
I gotta see if this
it
is
is flipping humongous.
Let me see. Well, it could just be a very big buck. Where?
In the neighbor's yard.
Okay, guys. My brother's taking a picture with his phone, and he'll probably share the picture with me. So I'll share a picture of the deer on my community page in a little while. But my camera's obviously being used for the recording. But there's two huge deer, and they're like the size of elk, but they're bucks. They're just very, very thick and very big. So anyways, they're gorgeous. Maybe that's a sign, guys. Guess what? In this reading, the sign for deer is to be aware, to look at your surroundings, right? And the nakshatra that represents deer is Mixita nakshatra, which is right between Taurus and Gemini. So that we could be definitely dealing with a Gemini. That could be a sign for this reading. But also just the energy of being aware of your surroundings, making adjustments, looking at things differently, being alert, because deers are very alert, and searching. They're always searching for something. So there's an answer, and if you search for an answer and you're really seeking earnestly to fix this, there's a remedy. There's a fix. There's something that can be done. Also, the deer to me just represent hope because they're resilient. Deer can survive in so many elements, in the city, in the mountains. I mean, really, deer can just be wherever. You know, they could be in Florida and they can be in Montana. Like, deer are just everywhere, cold or warm. So I love the resilience of it. And I really feel like you guys can bounce back from this situation. So I really see a bounce back. But it has to be talked about. Page of Swords is more observing and not talking, you know. This person has, you know, noticed some issues too, but they haven't said anything. You've noticed issues as well, and you haven't said anything. So let's talk. There definitely needs to be a conversation, right? Okay. Yay! Let's get a message, something positive, right? Jesus. Whoops. Whoa. Okay. I've lost all sense of reality at this moment. Come on. Ow. Bump my head. Thank you, Mercury. You're so nice. Really appreciate this right now. A lot. We're going to get the enchanted map and kind of see where this is headed. Where is this relationship headed? Like, where are you guys going next? Because remember, this card said adjustments are required, but where are we going? Like, we know where we've been. Spirit, where is this couple going? Or this people. Doesn't have to be a couple. Could be family, you know. But where are these people going? All right, this is where you're going. Bottom of the deck. Oh, I have hearts. I can't help it. Bottom of the deck, overall, underall, whether it's a love relationship, family, or friends, you guys have a commitment. Okay, I love you. We have some issues, but we're going to work through it. This takes me back to the movie, The Couples Retreat, when Vince Vaughn is talking to his wife, and they've got through their little battles about her feeling bulldozed and him not caring enough about her. Him kind of making it a one-sided relationship. That they get through things together, but they're really not enjoying their marriage. And their counselor said, it's not enough to just get through things together. You need to be happy. And, you know, they had their talk. She shared how she felt, which is the expression that needs to happen. And when he was called on his shit, and he experienced 8 of Cups because she left with her friends away from their husbands because they were being selfish. When the 8 of Cups happened in the couples retreat, the fellas got their shit together. They were like, I'm going to lose my woman. I'm going to lose my wife. All of them. They were like, I've lost, you know, I'm fucking going to lose my woman. What the hell? They felt that 8 of Cups. Like there is a point where someone says enough. Okay? There is that point. They know it. You know it. But once you guys express, work through the trials and tribulations, adjustments are being made. He showed her the love and affection she needed and the respect. And he didn't just want to bulldoze her anymore. He wanted her opinion. They were going to work through that relationship. And when they had this little moment where they were sitting by the waterfall drinking beer and talking about whatever the fuck, he says, honey, look, even if we couldn't get through some shit, we're married. We're committed. You're mine. I'm yours. Okay, we're not running out of this commitment because the truth of the matter is, sweetheart, we made a promise. We made a commitment to each other. We have to honor those vows. I'm not leaving you. You're not leaving me. We're going to work through this shit, okay? Flat out. And I love you and you can count on me. I may not be the nicest person ever in the whole world always, but you can count on me that I'm not going anywhere. I'm willing to do whatever it takes that we can work some shit out. We're committed, sweetheart. So that's what this is, commitment. And that's why you guys say resurrection, this ain't dead. And the other card earlier, which we got, which not all is lost with that moon card, okay? Because bottom line, overall energy, there's a commitment here. And so you guys do value this person. So there is a value of commitment. I've promised to be with you. I've made a decision and I want to keep that. And that's maturity because that is the number 36, okay, which is when Saturn matures. All right, so we have maturity. That's what it's going to take. Maturity to realize I'm committed to you. The card that came out is One Ring Circus in reverse. Yay! You can't do this all by yourself. You knew that. This is a two-way street, and you know what? You got to work on this just as much as I do. This is mutual respect. Let's go ahead and see. This is the number 15, which goes to 6, which talks about harmony and balance. So when this card is reversed, if you think the sun won't rise without you, then it's time to change. Perhaps you believe no one will be there to help you. Or perhaps you believe no one will be there to believe you or believe in you. Or you expect that you have to do all the work all the time because no one's going to do it like you, or no one's going to want to do it. Whether it's emotional or otherwise. This, my friends, Gemini, Libra, Aquarius, this is a fear-based idea. And it only serves to alienate you from others by taking away their right to participate. Receiving the One Ring Circus card may indicate the misuse of power. Someone's got to give it up, let go of the need to control how the wind blows, and let others play their part. The sun doesn't rise and fall on your face alone, or their face alone. You don't need to be invincible, have all the answers, and you don't have to be the savior. Things will get done, sometimes even if you step out of your own way. Yet another meaning of this card suggests that someone else may be trying to control you, air signs, and this needs to be addressed. Don't be afraid to set a boundary. This is a wonderful step to independence. Consider the example of two trees planted side by side, sharing the sunlight equally. Neither is overshadowing the other one. I love it. Do you guys love it? I think that's really cute. Oh, look, I looked up 33 minutes and 33 seconds as I ended that. There's a very nice sign about that, right? I like it. I'm going to give you a transformation card. What is the transformation possibility for your relationship? What does the transformation look like? Because remember, we can still work through this. It's not a guarantee, but it means not all is lost, and this is not dead. It's not something you can consider lost yet. The tower hasn't struck. It's in reverse, for me anyways, okay? It's in reverse. We can still fix this. So if you're willing to do it. Oh, we got 3. What the heck? Why? Because bottom of the deck is resurrection. We can still resurrect this intense situation. The cards that came out is renovation. Well, shit, we just got this yesterday. Emergence, the number 9, coming out of your shell. Emerging in your truth. Okay, this relationship is going to emerge to what it really should be. And the next one is rest. Sleep on it, you know? You don't have to rush with an answer today. Okay? Take some time. Take some time to figure out, really, how are you going to communicate this? Rest, get sleep. Sometimes we're run out, like our energy's just low. We've been really busy. And we feel more irritable than normal. We need to get some better sleep. So I'm also feeling, if you guys are in a relationship and sleep is not the best thing, you guys can fix a lot of your problems by going to bed at a decent time and waking up at a decent time. Something as stupid as bedtime can actually fix some relationships. I'm not saying it's going to fix every single one, but I'm saying that it can. It has the possibility. You guys are going to show your true colors. You guys are going to come out of the shell. You guys are going to come out of the darkness that you've been in, and you're going to show who you really are. Not who you want the other person to accept. And I think there's been a lot of fear. You wanted this person to accept you, so you hid some things about how you really felt because you thought those were negative, and you thought that if you reveal that, that person may not think as good of you or may not put you in the light that you've been in. So you've been ingenuine. That is going to happen naturally, but there is a time to come out of the shell. And I think both of you are starting to see true colors. But in midst of all the problems that you guys have had, amongst the fights or the hidden emotions or the assumptions, right, comes this birth that the Empress wants to give us. And I do want to clarify that. This birth of two people growing together, becoming two different people that you never saw coming. You're going to come out of a shell and be so much more wise, strong, mature. You're really going to be who you're supposed to be. And like, this is a new shedding of your skin for the both of you. So I'm kind of happy to say that, you know, I think this birth is a new you. This birth from the Empress is a new day. This birth is the renovating and the healing and the mending and the rebonding of a relationship or connection with someone and the fixing of it. I really see the fixing of a connection for the air signs. So you guys have been through some real shit. You guys have been through some real one-sided energy, but there's still hope, okay? I'm going to go ahead and continue this reading on the other side. I'm going to read the emergence card, okay? I'm going to read rest and renovation. I'm going to pull some more energy out on how your person feels about you genuinely. Like what do they wish they could say to you? What's really been on their heart that they haven't expressed also. And I also want to say what you've been wanting to express, but you haven't been able to. And I'm going to get a card also for what Spirit wants you to express, what Spirit wants to come out of you. Because Spirit sees things that you don't. And then I'm going to get some cards on what Spirit wants you to focus on. Like what needs to be your next step. I'm going to be doing it individually also for outcomes. So Gemini, Libra, and Aquarius. You guys are going to be able to get some cards for what your outcome should be individually per sign with someone, okay? The deer is a great marker of resilience and stability and stick-to-itiveness, determination, okay? So that's a good sign so far, but we are going to get some more cards in depth. If you haven't subscribed to my extended readings yet and you're watching my video, please go to jks1111.com. It's $33.33 a month. It is a monthly subscription. And you guys get to see all my extendeds for all time. So you're going to get to see extendeds from even 2 years ago. Like I've got a lot of extendeds. And all of my extendeds to come. So you have basically the vault. You basically have a key to the vault of all my extendeds. So if you want to see all of my other beautiful readings that no one else has seen except my private subscribers, please go there and hit monthly subscriptions in the tab. Okay? And then I'm going to post this extended video up very shortly. Okay? That's going to be done today. So if you guys want to see the extended, I'll post it as soon as I'm done recording. So I'm going to hang up. I'm going to go ahead and finish the extended. For everyone that came in to watch me, thank you so much. Remember, like I always say, this love is a journey, not a destination. Just keep swimming. Okay? And please hit the subscribe button for YouTube, of course, and the thumbs up. And if anyone's interested in my trick or treat special, I'd be happy to give a free reading for those that purchase it. It is a 3-for-1. It's an urgent reading, and it's a candle reading before Halloween, and it is a 100 Club membership. So you get 10 questions over a period of time with the 100 Club. So also, good news, 100 Clubbers. Get ready to see me back here on the camera live in about an hour, I would say, because I'll be doing a 100 Club reading. So for those of you 100 Clubbers, if you have questions, I'll be coming live to answer them, okay? So have your questions prepared. Don't say, hi, it's Megan. Hey, I'm ready for my reading. And then I'm like, what do you want? You get one question. Don't give me 2 or 3 questions in one setting. One question at a time, please. Okay? So if we join the 100 Club before Halloween, yeah. So you guys will get a question anyways, plus another free mini live. Live, of course, not private, but live. You'll get a free little mini live where I get to pull some cards from you. Well, for you, not from you, when I'm live. So if you guys want to do the trick or treat, that is available, 3 for 1. Plus the bonus mini live. So I think it's kind of a 4 for 1 now, apparently. All right, so that's available, guys. I love you, and I'll see you later. Subscribers, get ready to see the rest of this reading in detail. Please let everyone else know how great you love those videos. Always hit those comments and likes when they do come out for the subscribers. We're going to get really in depth. You guys are going to see how this unfolds. We start to peel the layers of the onion on this air sign reading and get more details, which is always fun. So I'll see you guys there. Lots of love. Bye-bye.